All right, guys. It's finally here. I'm really excited to share my travel blog. So, it's not entirely done. Still has a lot left to do. There's a few tweaks I gotta adjust and everything. It's kind of beta phase, so you're getting a sneak peek of the early start of this. But I'm launching it and it's up. So check it out. I'd love to hear your feedback. Tell me what you don't like, what you love, what you'd like to see more of, or if you got lost or overwhelmed. All of that feedback is important. I really appreciate it. So let's get started. I'm going to try to be quick because nobody wants to sit through a walkthrough, talk through of anything these days. Anyway, so here is the homepage. You can see top bar up there with social networks. You can do a search and a few other things. As you scroll, we have destinations. You can explore the things that you are interested in. If you want to check out urban city life photos and videos that I've traveled to and things like that, anything connected with those types of topics or tags will show up if you click those things. There will be articles too related to travel tips or lessons learned and various other things. And then also connected content, which is really some of the core, key, awesome things about this 3-part blog that I have, where this travel where's JSaying is only one part of it. Another thing will be resources like travel gear, other valuable resource information and things like that, and then the about page. So let's get started with the destinations here. The destination is broken down into global regions, and any trips within these regions will be within those within that hierarchy of where they're located. So let's click on North America and a few others here. And we're still on the home page. We keep scrolling. This is a little forward to introduce myself and some of my social links. And you can click to go to the About page. And another really cool feature here is the widget I made that is currently Where Am I? If I'm going on a trip or on a trip, it will tell you where I am at that during that time. And if you click follow along to go to the Currently page, right now I'm in New York City exploring and working and doing a lot of other things. This page will tell you a little bit about where I'm at and what I'm doing and various other things, and then you can follow along on Instagram and things like that. This page will change based on where I am. So back to the home page, and here is the featured trip. This will be the most recently done featured trip that I'm sharing. Will show up here. So if you just want to simply stay up to date, you can go to the home page and see some of the most recent stuff there. So I'm going to click and open this in a new tab. Keep scrolling. This will be recent journal entries, as opposed to this is an entire trip with a lot of connected content and a lot of other things. Journal entries are more independent things, and as you use the site you'll see and understand a little bit more, even though it can be a little complicated. It took a lot for me to really work my brain on how to organize and set this stuff up. Keep scrolling. We have the connected content here. It talks a little bit about the whole JSaying network, which is broken down into 3 sites, and then we have some of the connected content are travel videos and other videos. You click on this, it'll take you to the video page. And some more connected content is like this iPhoneography project was part of a 365 project I did 2012, where I took a photo a day with only the iPhone, only editing on the iPhone, and posted to Instagram. So all these are actually live Instagram photos. And back then, taking photos with your phone, it was a little bit more impressive than it is now. And some of my favorite photos were from that year. But the cool thing is, this project spans multiple trips. So it's connected throughout the thread of different trips. So you can see some of the photos from that project within a certain trip. So that's kind of cool. And as you know, the site still has a lot more coming and a lot to do and a lot to fix. But if you want to stay up on it, subscribe. I'll never spam you. I'll keep you up to date on some of the coolest stuff going on. And then we can keep going here. And another really awesome thing that I'm excited about is the fact that I don't just have to travel to experience some awesome things and be able to share that stuff. I've lived my life in New Jersey, Philadelphia, and New York City, and there's some really awesome spots in those areas that I love to share or are connected to certain projects, or have some really awesome aerial footage that I'd like to show you. So we'll open these up, and they have their own pages where all of the posts within it show on the map are all connected. And here's some examples of the local posts, where it's like my first Brooklyn Blizzard, the West Indian Day Parade, Governor's Island, Waterworks in Fairmount, the Ben Franklin Bridge, Woodcliff Lake, which was something I stumbled upon, was really awesome. Skydiving, which was a surprise birthday, which was really awesome. So that's a cool story, some video, and everything's going to be with it. And then down here are some other featured trips. So these are the ones that are going to be done first. Oahu, Hawaii is the only one pretty much done right now. So subscribe to stay up to date. Now let's go up to Connected Content. Connected Content has some really cool stuff. Yeah, let's jump in. So going to North America here, as you can see, decent amount of pins there. This is the map related to North America. So this is the North America page. Everything related to North America is in here. And if you hover over the map, the text disappears. If you remove the mouse, it comes back. So there's a few things I want to tweak with that, but you can also disable the map, and there's North America. And just toggle it up and down. You can click to see what some of these are, and whatnot. So scroll down here, and yeah, that's not supposed to do that. All right. Let's see if this one does a little bit better. So yeah, the title, the menu bar, the sub-menu bar will follow the main menu bar. So you could always see what location you are on the site, and the directory really is considered connected content, so any projects or videos or behind-the-scenes stuff will show there, or if you keep scrolling, they're down here. Let's go back to North America, turn off the map and see if that helps. No, it doesn't. So bear with me for 1 second. Get rid of that for a minute. And so as we scroll here, these are all of the either locations or trips that I've been on within North America, and you click on any of them and they become their own page as well, with all the content related to those trips. And then the directory is connected content related to any trip within North America. Its connected content will show here. One example is projects. So if we open projects here, within North America, it's going to show what trip or place that's from and what this is. And this is actually my senior thesis quite a few years ago. I filmed it on the Ben Franklin Bridge and other places in Philadelphia. It'll tell a little bit about it. You can watch the trailer here, or you can go to see the full project. Will take you to my other blog, who is JSaying, which is, as you can see, a different site, but all connected to the same thing, which will feature a lot of my personal projects and things like that. And then you can see the full film there. So let's go back, and let's switch over to another really cool thing is road trips. So sometimes road trips, and this is its own trip, but road trips are really hard to figure out how to incorporate since they span a lot of places. But here are the maps, pin maps, and as you can see, this is still in the works, so sign up to see more. But there'll be some specs and some details about the trip, a little teaser of some of the photos. You can even see the exact route we went with the stops, and then broken down to each stop. And each one of these will have its own page with some content. But the really cool thing is, and pretty much every trip will be able to have this, the itinerary for that trip, the crew on the trip, gear, playlists, things like that. So if we go to the itinerary, it will have a day breakdown. The crew will tell who was the travelers on the trip, but also the hosts and the people along the way. And as you're going through some of this content, you can quickly and easily jump to a different information page or connected content page. So if we go to gear, this will show some of the gear used on that trip. Now this was in 2009, so it was a 5D Mark II, and some older stuff. I think that's a 3S iPhone. But the cool thing is, every trip will have gear connected to it, and I'll also have gear reviews and tips and advice on what I prefer to use based on how big of a trip and whatnot. And the really awesome thing related to that is, if we go to, let's go to Hawaii here. Actually, I think it's open over here. And we go to the gear list here. Here's the updated gear list. This is the gear list related to this trip. You can actually purchase this directly from Amazon, and I get a little credit for it. So help me out if you want to see more stuff on the blog. A little affiliate marketing, which is pretty awesome. But it's clearly laid out and very helpful. So that's a really cool thing. And let's see. So this is the Connected Content Travels page, which will, showcase a handful of different things. As you can see, it's still a little bit in the works, but some of the best video content will be here showcased, and things like that. So you can check out that video page. And then so we're in New Jersey. This is New Jersey Post page, and the directory is the connected content. I will change directory to say connected content, but the posts within that are all from New Jersey, and they're there, and then these are the connected pieces. And there's Philadelphia, and then New York City. And then New York City is actually broken down into the boroughs. So first you see the different boroughs, and you choose one of the boroughs. Then you'll see the post within that borough, or the different posts, and what they are. And then the connected content, videos, and things like that. So here's the main connected content page, a little detail about the breakdown of the 3 sites, some little details, and then some of the featured connected content things that I'm featuring at the time. I'll also have some of my favorite photographs available as a curated collection of prints for you to purchase, which would be pretty awesome. And then you can find me on other platforms, because I just started an official YouTube channel, and various others. Some of the platforms like Medium, Stellar, and Adobe Spark are really cool for storytelling, and obviously Instagram, Facebook, and Google. I do a lot of Google reviews and post my photos for my travels, and make Google lists of places, so that you'll be able to follow. Here's the kitlist.com thing, Apple Music list, and then my professional work, which you'll be able to also connect to there. So here's that currently page. I think we talked about that. And then obviously the About page, which is, obviously in the works. Still a lot to do for that. And yeah, here's Central America. So let's go to Oahu. And there's the map for that. So each day I broke down to its own page. Not every trip will have every day broken down, but the ones that have extensive amount of content will. And you go to one of them or 2 of them, and they're full posts. And then again, no matter where you are within the Hawaii trip, the information for the whole trip will be on those pages and will be available here. And then the projects and videos related to that stuff will be there as well. So here's day 1 from Oahu, Hawaii, and here's the whole post. And it's written content, photos throughout, and you can spend as much time going through it, scroll through it quickly, read every bit in detail, and things like that. And the maps will be interactive. You can check things out, and there's day 2. And so on. So that there is the blog. And there's going to be some really awesome Easter eggs and various other things. It's just getting started. I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.